Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Babatope Aguntasolo. Today on our KINGBuilder Show, we want to talk about mentalities. Mentalities. And one thing I want you to understand is that our mentalities affect the realities of our life. Our mentalities affect the realities of our life. There are 5 toxic mentalities you must avoid if you want to get to the top in life. The first mentality is a mentality that is called nomadic mentality. Nomadic mentality. People with this mentality, they move from place to place. Nomadic mentality people are people who are jacks of all trade, masters of none. You see them today in the oil and gas industry, you see them tomorrow in the real estate industry, the next day you see them in the IT industry. There's nothing bad about diversification, but before you diversify, you need to grow in one point. When you talk of some names, billionaires and millionaires in Nigeria, in the world, there's something you easily identify with them. Nomadic mentality people, there's nothing that is identified with them. You don't know where they are staying. When they live here today, they don't have a permanent address. So that is a nomadic mentality people. So you need to avoid this toxic mentality. Number 2 is the consumers mentality people. These people, they are more or less like parasites. They always want to get. They don't want to produce anything. They don't want to give any result. They don't want to give anything. They are always interested in taking from you, taking from the system. They are not ready to contribute anything. Consumer mentality people, we can have them as a people, we can have them as a nation, we can have them even as heads, even as leaders. And you will discover that you will always hear of third world nation. Why are they called third world nation? Third world nation people are people with consumer mentality. People who are not producing anything. People who always want to consume, who always want to bring in, who want to buy this, buy that, without having a value to contribute to the society at large. The third type of toxic mentality people are the victim mentality people. Or you can call them the entitlement mentality. They believe they are entitled to this, they are entitled to that. They have this victim mentality that, the reason why I'm not progressing, the reason why I'm here is because I am an orphan, I'm not educated, my parents didn't send me to school. They will always have an excuse. They will always have a reason why they are where they are. They always have someone to blame. They always have things to blame. They always have systems to blame for whatever happens in their life. I remember when I was young and my father told me something. I remember I was grumbling, asking for money from him for maybe my school fees or something like that. He told me, he says, nobody owes you anything in life. And that word stick to me. Like, what do you mean? It went further to let me understand that people who don't have parents but they go to school said, go and find solution to your problems. So, sorry for the deviation, but this is where I'm going. No one owes you anything. The only thing I owe you, the only thing you owe me is you owe me love and you owe me good morals. So, no one owes you anything. Number 4, salary mentality, which is the final one. Salary mentality. Don't just work for salary alone. You also need to work for income. You also need to have passive income, because your salary is determined by a man. Your salary can be delayed. Your salary can be cancelled. Your salary can be altered. But why not have an income? Have another source of income apart from salary. Work on how to have passive income. Don't live your life alone on salary. Have a business, earn commission, earn income based on one business or the other. And there are a lot of things that determine the type of mentality we have. Number 1 thing that determines the type of mentality we have is our family background. Our family background, we have a lot to play on the type of mentality we possess in life. But I will always say, don't allow your background to put your back to the ground. There is always what to do about your life. Because you are not responsible for the type of family you are being born, but you will be responsible for the type of life you live and for the type of family you give to your children. So that's number one. Number two is our exposure. Your exposure will also determine your mentality. You need to read books, you need to travel, you need to go for excursion, watch movies, network with people. Don't just be limited in that your confines environment. Life does not end in your backyard. There is more to life than what you have seen. So you need to go out, you need to be exposed, because your exposure will determine a lot about your mentality. Another thing that determines is our environment. Our environment, the people you listen to, your place of worship, your education, your environment will also play a major role in the type of mentality you live in. But something can be done about your environment. You can either change your environment or you change yourself in that environment. We have some people, we have some of us that lives in places like Mushin, Ojuelegba for so many years, but we didn't act the type of environment we belong to because we were in that environment, but we changed ourselves. The next one is your relationship. Your relationship will also determine the type of mentality you have. We are all commanded to love one another, but we are not commanded to relate with one another. So relationship is a choice. You have a choice in the type of people you relate with. You have a choice to determine who you follow, because who you follow determines what follows you. So you need to be careful of your relationship. You need to mind who you follow. I will always say, who your friend is, or show me your friend and I will show you where your future will be. I don't need to show you who you are. I will determine the type of future you have. There's a word in the Bible that says, evil communication. I will always add this. No matter the anointing upon your life, it will corrupt good manners. So mind who you follow. Mind your association. Your association will determine your location. Finally, your vision. Your vision and your dream. You need to dream big. You need to have a vision for your life. Don't just live life as it comes. Have a vision for living. Dream big. And have a picture for the type of future you want to feature in. Don't forget, you are responsible for the outcome of your life.
For further inquiries, do visit our website at www.kbltd.org or all of our social media platforms. Head office address is at 4/6 Yaya Baton Road, Tamalojo Estate near Excellence Hotel, Aguda, Alba, Lagos.